Gemini, welcome to Soul Good. I'm Amber Marie, and this is your July 2022 Tarotscope. If you are curious about the decks that I'm using today, you can find a list of them in the description box below. You can also find links to my social media accounts, as well as links to information on personal readings and the Soul Good membership channel on Telegram. So we're going to be looking at a lot of things today, Gemini, and I'm really excited to jump in. We're going to be using 4 decks of cards, taking a look at some activations that may be taking place for you this month and how they may be showing up in your life, as well as getting some guidance from your angels as you move through the month. So thank you so much for being here. Let's jump right in and see what you have going on this month, Gemini. Please, Father, Mother, Life, Universe, Spirits, Guides, Angels, our cosmic team, our ancestors, our higher selves, what does Gemini need to know about the activations taking place within their life for the month of July 2022, please? What does Gemini need to know about the activations? Thank you. All right. And how might this activation be showing up in Gemini's life? Just give me a second here. We're going to go again because that is way too many cards to fall out. Okay, how might these activations be taking place and showing up for Gemini this month, please? Okay, I'm taking them. It's like these. All right, tell us more. Okay, thank you. Tell us more, please, about these activations. Can you give us some clarity on these activations? Oh, my Lord. And how they're showing up. Can you give us clarity on these activations and how they're showing up, please? Okay, thank you. How are these meant to go, please? Okay. And what do Gemini's angels have to say? What do Gemini's angels want them to know? Thank you. All right. Let's dive in, Gemini. So first card you have out here is the Earth Star activation, anchoring grounded action and Isis energy. This is really weird, Gemini. All of a sudden, like, my body feels really heavy, which is fascinating because we have this like anchoring energy, right? My body really does feel very heavy. I feel like, okay, first, pardon me, for some of you, I feel like you have, like, it feels like you've been carrying a lot, okay? For some of you, it feels like you've been carrying a lot. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm getting like a don't shoot the messenger, Gemini, okay? Like, I'm just the messenger. And take it as it resonates for you. Leave it if it doesn't, right? But I just got this energy of like carrying your own bullshit. So I don't know what that means. But it feels like whatever it is that you've been carrying is like your own things. Like you've created them yourself. Like either whether it's just in your mind or what have you, or like by your own doing, like whatever it is. Okay. For some of you. Now there's this other energy of like actually grounding, actually like anchoring into your earth body, right? Like this month you may feel really in your body, like really in your body. Like you may be aware of changes within your body, unlike before. Like you may notice them like far easier than before or something. Like it feels to me like very much feeling in your human, like feeling in your humanity, feeling again, like in your body, noticing changes and feelings in your body, right? Like, because I, like, it felt like my whole body just kind of was like, oh, like it felt like I like sunk down. Like it feels like there's weight like attached to like my arms and things, right? So I feel like there's part of you that's anchoring into your humanity, into your human, like, okay, I'm on this earth plane for a reason, like I'm here, I'm doing the things, right? And you may have been trying to do this. But it could also just be like this month for you is just going to feel extra, like extra in your human, extra in your body, like extra feeling all your things. And I feel like if you tune into your body, Gemini, if you aren't already doing this, I feel like you will hear your body, right? Like your body will be speaking to you and you will be well aware of the things that you need. Like, oh, I have a rib out. Oh, I need water. Oh, I need to stretch. Oh, I need a bath. Oh, like I need to get outside and put my feet in the grass. Like I just feel, oh, I want to eat this. This is what I need to eat. Oh, I need to take a vitamin. Like it feels to me like you're very in your body. Okay. Let's take a look at some clarifiers. You guys, seriously, I love my job so much. What was I talking about? You may feel very much in your body. Oh, that was weird. There was just an interesting shadow on my wall, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm like trying to recreate it, but I can't. So maybe I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it. Gemini, maybe you see or experience like spirit, okay? And if that may be something that picks up for you this month, okay? And I feel like that could be for just some people, not everyone. But it does feel like there's that, did I just see that? Right? Like that kind of thing. And that may happen to you a lot. Okay. So the card that you have coming out here is the Sacred Waters: nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, and self-care. Again, like I was saying, you may feel extra in your body, right? Like you may feel like this is what I need. I need water. I need sleep. I need exercise. I need a stretch, right? Like I need to eat this. I need to take that vitamin. Like, again, you may just feel extra in your body. Okay. I think that card pretty much speaks for itself. Let's see here. You also have the Rose of Venus, alignment, flow, right relationship, and harmony. So there's something really interesting here, especially because there's this Isis energy, which is more feminine. But I am picking up on like masculine energy here. So maybe you are a masculine Taurus that's tuning in. And I don't know why I feel this, but for some of you, maybe you're questioning if the relationship that you've been exploring is good for you or right for you. And I feel like this is your answer. Now, you don't have to be a male or a masculine energy for this to be true for you. It just, I had that feeling of like a masculine energy coming in, kind of asking those questions. So that could be true for you, but it feels to me like this sense of harmony between how do I word this, please, Spirit? Yeah, okay. Finding harmony in your earth form, in your earth body, right? Like that's what it feels like. It's like, I don't know, maybe you're like, maybe your soul's been like, I don't want to be here. Like 0 out of 10 would not recommend. Like, why did I sign up for this? Right? Like maybe you've been in that energy, maybe experiencing dark night of the soul or something like that. But it feels to me like there's this energy of like, if you get grounded into your human, throughout this month, right? Like then it will feel more harmonious. Yeah, I feel like there's fear coming up. It often manifests in my body as like burpy energy. And I feel like the fear here is like, first of all, again, if you had questions about relationship, like I fear, like fear. Yeah. Yep. Thank you, Lord. I feel like that's a fear, right? Like if you're questioning, it's like there's fear there. However, I do feel like there's like a fear of, how do I word this, please? It's almost this energy of like, is this all it is? Right? Like, is this all life is? And it's almost like this fear of like, this is it. Right? And maybe that's why you've kind of been struggling to kind of ground into your human, because it's like, I do not want to be part of humanity right now. Like, I do not want to be part of this nonsense, this fuckery, this, right? That's what it feels like. It feels to me like if you could, you would just close your eyes and not see all the crap, right? Like it almost feels like this energy of like not wanting to be a part of all of it. But I feel like if you ground yourself in your body more, like you'll find more harmony in that, or you'll find more harmony that way. Or there's a need, right? And maybe through nourishment or replenishment, because you could have potentially already been experiencing upgrades, downloads, activations, and all sorts of these things where your physical body now needs to integrate that energy. And this could be why you've been feeling so like I'm just annoyed with everything. I also just looked up and saw 1111. So that is an energy of almost like instant manifestation, you being a very powerful time, but also an energy of like awakening. And I do feel like this is something that you're experiencing again, because I got that kind of like dark night of the soul energy. You also have here the rose garden, innocence, forgiveness, be gentle with yourself. Yes. Because this energy of like, be gentle with yourself. First of all, you have self-care out here already, right? Health, rest, self-care out here already. Be gentle with yourself, right? And I do feel like whatever's taking place within you at this time, like this activation that's taking place, is meant for you to get into alignment. It's to help you get into alignment, help you to get more harmonious in your own self. And I do feel like part of this is, again, being gentle with yourself as you experience these awakenings and these activations. Like giving yourself time to process them, to experience them, to integrate them. But also I feel like there's this energy of, I don't know who it's for, but that energy that I got in the beginning of the reading of like, you're weighted down because of your own bullshit. There's forgiveness of self that's needed there for whatever that is. If that resonated with you, right? If you're like, oh shit, right? That would be for you, right? There's a need to find forgiveness there for yourself. It's interesting. Like I get this energy of reclaim your innocence. I don't know what that's for or who that's for. Maybe it's something important for someone specific. You also have here, Sophia, divine plan. Yes, that's what I was just freaking talking about. Wisdom and intelligence within, and destiny. Again, like I was saying, it feels to me like this awakening, right? Like these things have to happen in order for you to get into alignment, like to really step into who you're supposed to be, that date with destiny, as it were, right? There needs to be this balancing, this harmony. And I feel like, again, there's part of you that it feels like you've been through some sort of dark night of the soul. Maybe that'll resonate with you, maybe it won't, but it feels to me like there's been this kind of awakening that's taken place. And it feels like in order to access that intelligence within, that wisdom, right? It feels like there needs to be this grounded action or this anchoring into these activations, into this awakening. It's like, this is like the new you, right? So get comfortable type of thing. Okay. Let's see what the tarot has to say. That'll probably be pretty interesting. All right, so first up, Knight of Cups. This is, okay, so Knight of Cups in the upright is this energy of being like an idealist, following one's heart, that kind of stuff. In the reverse, it's like not following who you truly are, okay? Also can be this energy of like living in a fantasy world. Can also be like a fickleness or a moodiness, right? And it's interesting because I'm kind of getting two things here. One being you may have been not following your heart, may have been following what everybody else wants you to do. Okay. And or, okay, so you could possibly be dealing with this as well, or be dealing with this where you may have kind of developed this kind of like, again, like this moodiness or fickleness towards humanity and everything going on. Because here's the thing, like, let's be real, Gemini, you are in the tarot the lovers, right? Like, let's be real. Okay. Um, and I feel like that energy of like being connected is something that you desire. And I feel like you're looking out into the world like, what in the actual, what? I don't want to be here. Right? Like, that's what it feels like. It feels to me like just this, oh my gosh, this is life? No. Right? That's what it feels like to me. And I feel like, again, I do feel like for some of you, you've experienced like this dark night of the soul, and I feel like it's been like rough, right? Which is why there's this energy of like needing nourishment and replenishment and that sort of thing, because it's like you've got to be able to integrate this into your physical body so that you can move forward from it instead of like falling into like this depressive kind of state. And maybe you did kind of slip there, right? Fool, new beginning coming out. Like I was saying, an awakening, a new beginning. And this is also the energy of innocence again showing up. So I feel like that's important. I feel like there's something here that needs to be healed. Maybe it's something from your childhood that you experienced that kind of warped your view of the world, right? And maybe that's something that needs to be healed. But also, again, it's this energy of new beginnings and wonder. And I feel like there's this need to look at the world and your place in it, humanity, humans in general, and look at them from a new perspective, through new eyes. Look at them in harmony, right? Like, look at like what could happen if type of energy. And I feel like if you allow yourself, right, there is this new beginning here. There's this new understanding, this new experience, this alignment and flow and harmony. And I feel like it's almost to like help you get back into this energy of viewing the world from this level of innocence, of like, we're all just souls experiencing things here. None of us really, I mean, we do, some of us kind of open up to what we're doing here, but that's been a long time coming, right? Many of us haven't known what we're doing here for quite a while, right? And so it's like we're all just trying to do our best from a soul level and the things that we're supposed to be learning. Like, from a soul level, everything that we do is unconditional love, even if that hurts someone in our experience, right? Like, it's usually on a soul level something that we agreed to do hesitantly because we love that soul and there's something that needs to be learned there. So, for example, maybe at some point in your life, you experienced some sort of rejection, okay? And you're like, oh my gosh, that person ruined it for me. Like, I have this big fear of rejection. Maybe you don't realize that that's what it is, but, this person ruined me. Like, I don't want relationships, da 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 da. When you look at it from a soul level, yes, they may have hurt you, but they signed up hesitantly to hurt you because you asked them to do so in order for you to learn something. And if you start looking at things that way, you start to see the world is just much different, right? We're all just souls who are experiencing things. We do everything from unconditional love, from on a soul level, right? It's the ego that we have to overcome. It's our own nonsense that we have to overcome. So I feel like there is an opportunity here for you to kind of reestablish that innocence, as it were. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Six of Cups is nostalgia. Like the cycle of life, like from, a young person to an older person. Again, I feel like there's something potentially from your past that needs to be healed here. Potentially from your childhood needs to be healed, right? Something that burned within your memory or your subconscious, right? And has stuck with you and kind of skewed your view of the world, right? And even if it's something that like happened more recently, right? I feel like there's trauma or something that came up and it's really like threw you into an awakening and threw you into a dark night of the soul. And you may have had these realizations and all of these things that have taken place, like happening around things you experienced as a child and all throughout your life, right? Um, yeah, I feel like there's something here to forgive from your past so that you can have a new beginning. Healing that needs to be done around your past. Yep. Look at this. We have the devil as well. And for me, the devil is that energy of the ego, right? It's the energy of the ego for me. It's like needing to free ourselves from the bullshit stories that we tell ourselves, all these traps that our ego essentially places on us. Fears, all the fears, let go of all the fears. I'm getting fear energy as well, right? You may have whatever this thing is, and I am not judging you. I'm not judging you. I want you to know that, Gemini. I'm not judging you, okay? It feels like for some of you, whatever this thing is, you may have turned to like alcoholism or addiction or some sort of substance abuse or some sort of substance to help you to cope with whatever this thing is for some of you. And I feel like there's something here about a new beginning and freeing yourself from that. Okay. For others of you, I feel like you may view the world from this space of like being materialistic, being, you know, like addiction ridden, if you will, or however you would word that, like a culture of like pleasure, right? Maybe you kind of see the world that way, and that may be what you are working on healing at this time, right? But I feel like for a lot of you, it's like what your ego is telling you about yourself and your experience, and that kind of control that the ego has over us, I feel like has skewed your view of things. And I feel like there's a need here to free yourself from that, knowing that you have the ability within you to do so. The angels want you to know that you have trustworthy friends around you. Excuse me. Thank you, angels, for surrounding me with people I can trust and love. And I am being brought back to, if there was someone in here who had a question about somebody being right for them as far as the relationship is concerned, I feel like this is even more validation, especially if that person, let's say this is a romantic relationship, doesn't have to be, but let's say it is. If you feel like you're just best friends with that person, this is more validation for you. Okay. Now I want to say, as you heal this thing and you release this energy, I feel like people will flow in, new people. And I do feel like they're people that you obviously use your intuition and your discernment. But I do feel like if you experience new people coming in as you move through this energy, I feel like they're people who are there to help you, lift you up, support you. I'm seeing like, right? Like I'm seeing this angel here lifting and supporting the other. And that's the energy I'm getting, as like upliftment and support, empowerment. And you have live your joy. Thank you, angels, for supporting me as I follow my joy. And I feel like this is, again, getting back to that kind of energy of innocence. She looks very innocent to me on this card, right? And I feel like it's getting back to that. It's getting back to the things that make you feel full of joy, that make you feel happy and get you giddy and like ignite that fire within you and make you excited. And, you know, like, it feels like, oh, yay, this is so exciting, right? Like that. And I'm not saying that's what you sound like, but, you know, that would be it for me, right? Like, oh, this really is so interesting to me, or I really enjoy this, or whatever it is. Like, do those things. I feel your angels are telling you, like, this is part of you taking care of yourself. This is part of you getting into harmony with yourself. This is part of you being gentle with yourself and healing yourself and coming back to this, again, this level of like innocence. Because I feel like things that you've experienced have essentially tainted your view, if you will, right? And there's this healing taking place around whatever that is. The bottom of the decks for you is star gathering, stars aligned, remembering home, and soul family. Yeah. See, I was getting the energy of like, as you move through this energy, you will get more people coming in, right? So yeah, star gathering, right? Soul family. That is that energy showing up for you. So I do feel like as you start to move through this energy and heal this energy, that there will be those people coming in for you who are in alignment with you. You also have the Holy Grail. Stop the endless searching, inner quest. Yeah, it feels, there's an interesting message here coming through. It feels to me like some of you have been searching for like the light in the world, but simultaneously not believing you will find it, and so you don't see it. It's like you don't see the light in yourself, so you can't see the light in other people. And I don't know if this is something you've brought forth from a past life into this one, or if it's something that you did or experienced in this lifetime that, essentially says light does not exist in the world or something like that. And I feel like here we have the deer here, which is about grace. And I feel like there's a need for you to give yourself grace in addition to whatever this flying bird is up here, whether it be an eagle or a falcon or whatever. It's about getting a higher perspective. And I do feel like those two things are important for you for this month. Forgiving yourself, giving yourself some grace, for not knowing what you didn't know, and gaining a higher perspective by seeing things from a higher point of view, not just down from an earthly level. It is important for you to ground into your humanity, acknowledge that you are a human being here on this planet, but it's also important for you to be of the world and not be in the world, but not of it, right? To get that higher perspective, to see, okay, these things that we're experiencing are for a reason. They're growing us. We are learning from them. We are able to expand our consciousness because of them, right? And this can look awful from our physical standpoint, from our human self. Things can look awful, but they are for healing and for growth to take place. Just depends on how you look at it, okay? You also have the Knight of Pentacles here, which is about, here's the thing. This whole going through the dark night of the soul process, awakening, anchoring into your energy, grounding, all the things, healing, it's hard work. I'm not going to lie to you. And that's what the Knight of Pentacles represents, right? It does represent this energy of being hardworking, being responsible, taking responsibility for yourself and for your actions, and making moves or working in the world, in the physical world, to be able to move on, right? I do feel here for you, Gemini, that some of you, this is about laying new foundations. And I feel like this is the start of that with the Fool card here, laying these new foundations for who it is that you would like to be and who you are in alignment with versus who people think you should be, or what the world thinks you should be, or what the world has told you to be, right? It's more of laying these new foundations for yourself, interestingly enough. But also, like, there's this need to understand, Gemini, that there's no easy button. There's no easy button, right? The work on a soul level that we must do, there's no easy button. We have to grow through them and learn. That's the only way. Okay? So, like, understand that it's going to take hard work. It's going to take you taking responsibility, but it is possible, and you are capable of laying new foundations and creating a new experience for yourself and those around you. You also have here Unconditional love, the Divine Mother. Thank you, Divine Mother, for helping me to give and receive the love I deserve. This is interesting, Gemini, because I do feel like for some of you, there is something here, again, that happened in your childhood that may have skewed your view of the world and love and things like this. Okay? And I feel like the Divine Mother is showing up at the bottom of the deck to say, no matter what you've seen, no matter what people have told you, no matter what the things that you've experienced may have led you to believe, regardless of all of that, you deserve love. You deserve love in all forms, romantic, platonic, right? Your family, your friends, all of it, from nature, from God, from animals. Like, you deserve love. You deserve all forms of love. And I feel like this is something that you may be struggling to acknowledge, accept, allow. Those are just some of the words that I'm getting. So I feel like, oh, that's interesting. For some of you, I feel like part of your soul plan, okay, the reason why you're here is so that you can transmute or grow in unconditional love, in the sense that, like, you may have things that you are healing in this lifetime around acknowledging, accepting, allowing unconditional love, right? Like, I feel like this is something that you're working on in this lifetime, that you may not even know about. And for some of you, I do feel like it does have to do with a feminine energy. Not all of you, but some of you. And it could potentially be your mother or from your mother line, right? Your grandmother, even perhaps, or sister or something like that. Okay. So that is what I have for you, Gemini. Thank you so much for being here. I truly am so very grateful for you. I hope that something in this reading resonated for you, or that you found it valuable in some way throughout the month of July. If it did resonate for you, please do the YouTube things by liking, sharing, and or subscribing. I truly do appreciate it. It helps the channel to grow and tells YouTube that people like this content. So thank you for doing so. I truly am very grateful. I hope that you have an amazing, amazing, amazing month. Know that you've got this and God's got you. Take care of your beautiful, beautiful soul. And I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.